Did you know that Oxford University is actually older than the Aztec Empire?
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, Oxford started teaching students way back in the year 1096, while the Aztec Empire didn't even form until 1428. That is a gap of over 300 years.
That sounds wrong.
It sounds wrong because our brains are terrible at understanding time. We think of the Aztecs as ancient history and universities as modern things, but the timeline in our heads is completely backward. It just goes to show that time is not the steady, reliable thing we think it is. It is slippery, it is messy, and honestly, it is kind of weird.
Weird how?
Weird like it bends, stretches, and might not even be real in the way you think it is. We are going to take apart the clock today and see what actually makes the universe tick.
I am ready.
Chapter 1. The Arrow. You know how you can easily squeeze toothpaste out of the tube, but you can never push it back in?
Every morning.
That is not just a bathroom problem. That is a physics problem called the arrow of time. In the laws of physics, most things work fine in reverse. If you watched a video of planets orbiting backwards, it would look totally normal. But time only marches forward because of entropy.
Entropy?
It basically means disorder. The universe loves making a mess. There's only one way for your room to be perfectly clean, but a million ways for it to be messy. The universe naturally moves from order to chaos, and that movement is what we feel as time passing. We're basically just riding a wave of mess into the future.
So my messy room is natural.
It is cosmic. Chapter 2. The Speed Limit. This is where Einstein comes in and ruins everything we thought we knew. He realized that time is not a constant drumbeat for everyone. It changes based on how fast you move.
Like if I run fast?
Much faster. If you hopped on a spaceship and flew close to the speed of light, time would slow down for you. You might be gone for a few years, according to your watch, but when you came back to Earth, decades would have passed for everyone else.
Why though?
Because you're moving through space-time. Think of it like a budget. You have a total speed limit for moving through the universe. If you use up all your speed moving through space, you have none left to move through time. So time slows down.
Use it or lose it.
Exactly. Astronauts on the space station actually age a tiny bit slower than us because they're moving so fast. They are technically time travelers.
I want to be a time traveler.
You are traveling through time right now, just at normal speed. But hey, if you want to speed up your brain while you travel, you should probably hit that subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds, which is a very small amount of time to invest for a huge return on knowledge. Plus, sharing this video with a friend fights entropy by spreading information. Look at you go. I try to make it seamless. Chapter 3. Gravity hurts. It isn't just speed that messes with time, gravity does it too.
Like in the movies.
Yeah, massive objects like planets and stars bend space-time. The closer you are to a heavy object, the slower time moves. This means your feet are actually aging slightly slower than your head because they're closer to the Earth.
My poor head.
It's a tiny difference, but it's real. If you hung out near a black hole where gravity is insane, you could watch the entire future of the universe fly by and fast forward while you just chilled for lunch. You're trading gravity for time.
That is wild.
Chapter 4. The Brain Filter. Let's get out of physics and look at your head. Ever notice how when you were a kid, summer vacation felt like it lasted for years, but now a whole year goes by in a blink?
Yeah, it sucks.
It's not the clock speeding up, it's your brain getting efficient. When you're a kid, everything is new. First bike ride, first crush, first day of school, your brain records all that new data in high definition, so the memory file is huge.
And now?
Now you're on autopilot. You do the same commute, sit at the same desk, eat the same sandwich. Your brain says, I've seen this movie before. I don't need to record it. So it stops writing new memories and the time compresses. That's why life feels like it's speeding up. You stopped doing new shit. I need a hobby. You do. Novelty stretches time. Chapter 5. The Atomic Beat. Since our brains are unreliable, we built machines to keep track. But we had to get really specific.
How specific?
We use atoms. We take a cesium atom and zap it with microwaves. It vibrates exactly 9,129,631,770 times a second.
Who counted that?
Very patient scientists, but it matters. This is the only reason your GPS works. The satellites in space have these atomic clocks. If they were off by even a fraction of a second, your map would show you driving into a lake instead of your driveway.
Thank you, atoms.
Chapter 6. The Block Universe. Imagine a loaf of bread.
I am hungry.
Focus. Imagine the whole loaf exists at once. The past is the heel we already ate, the present is the slice we are cutting, and the future is the rest of the loaf waiting there. Some physicists think time is exactly like that. The past, present, and future all exist simultaneously in a big block.
So the future is already written.
Maybe. It means the dinosaur is still alive in the past slice, and your great-grandkids are already chilling in the future slice. We are just a spotlight shining on one slice at a time.
That is trippy.
It implies that the flow of time is just an illusion created by our consciousness. The movie isn't playing, it is just sitting on the reel, and we are the ones moving.
I do not like that.
Chapter 8. The Now. How long is the present moment?
Right now.
But how long does the feeling of now last? Scientists found that the human brain processes the world in chunks of about 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
Yeah, anything longer than that is memory, anything shorter is just processing. You're basically living in a series of 3-second loops. This is why music and poetry often have rhythms that last about 3 seconds. It fits our brain's operating system. We're glitching. We are buffering. We stitch these clips together to make it feel smooth, but really we're living in snapshots. That explains my attention span. Chapter 8. The Cultural Clock. We think of time as a line pointing forward, but not everyone does. The Aymara people in the Andes see it differently.
How?
They say the past is in front of them and the future is behind them.
That is backwards.
Is it though? You can see the past, right? You know what happened, so it is visible in front of your eyes. The future is unknown, so it is behind your back where you cannot see.
That actually makes sense.
It changes how you treat life. Instead of running into the future, you're backing into it while watching history unfold. It's a completely different vibe.
Mind blown.
Chapter 9. The End. Will time go on forever?
I hope so.
Probably not. Remember entropy? Eventually, the universe will get as messy as it can possibly get. Stars will burn out and everything will be the same temperature.
The big freeze.
When nothing changes anymore, time loses its meaning. Time requires change. If nothing moves, nothing happens, and time stops.
That is sad.
It is trillions of years away, so do not cancel your weekend plans. But it means we're lucky to be here right now, in the era of the universe where things are actually happening.
True.
Chapter 10. Own your time. So, what do we do with this info? Panic? No. We wake up. We know time is elastic. We know it speeds up when we're bored. So the only way to live a longer life is to break the routine. Do new things. Exactly. Learn a language, take a different route to work, talk to a stranger. Fill your 3-second windows with something worth recording.
Carpe diem.
Time is the only resource you cannot buy more of. So stop watching the clock and start watching the world. Go make some entropy.
I'm on it.
Good. See you in the future.